Buenos días, es el viernes, son las 12. Hello everyone, it is Friday and it's 12 o'clock, so it's time for our third and final community Spanish of this week. That's broadcasting every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon. We also have our adult French going every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 8:30. And we have, as far as kids programs, we also have running the Kids French on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. Kids Spanish is on a momentary pause. We'll have some more updates about that hopefully next week. So if you're a Kids Spanish viewer, you can have more information coming soon about the potential new schedule for Kids Spanish, or just an update about what's going on. So that's in the works. Speaking of things that are in the works, we also have now posted our September class schedule. So that's now up on our website, RolaLanguages.com, if you want to see the classes that we're offering in the coming month. And based on the survey that we had sent out to the students and to Rola public, people in general, people who follow Rola in public, not necessarily our active students, we had sent out a survey to ask them their thoughts about potential for restarting our in-person classes in September. And based on the feedback we received from everyone, we're going to continue offering classes online for the time being. So the September class schedule that's posted is for all online classes, and it will obviously have more updates as time goes on about when we might open up our office again for some in-person classes. But for now, we're going to continue as we've been doing, and it's been working pretty well to have our classes online. So we're going to continue doing that, and the schedules are now posted up on the website for the next month. So feel free to check those out. In addition to that, while you're on the website, feel free to check out the Facebook Live page on our website, where we keep not only like a kind of library with all the videos that we've made, but we also have some extra worksheets. So if you want to get a little bit more practice outside of the video, just watching the video, you're welcome to check out those worksheets there, also on our website. So there's a lot of content to check out there. Without further ado, let's get into today's topic. Today's lesson is actually a continuation of the Wednesday video that I had made concerning the vocabulary of the different things you find in your living room and bedroom. And there's a lot of vocabulary. So it's a kind of a lot to manage for a one video. So as I explained on Wednesday, I decided to kind of split it up. And so we started learning the words on Wednesday and we did one exercise. And today we're going to review the words one more time and then do another exercise. So kind of can help it reinforce, because it's just a lot of things to keep track of. So it's a lot to absorb just in one video. And this is some kind of very typical vocab you can use in many kind of situations. So I think it's the kind of thing that would be helpful for really any level student to learn this kind of vocabulary, because we all have to live somewhere. We all have to describe what's in our houses, or maybe even in your office or in other kinds of places. So this is really useful vocabulary for everyone. So first, let's get into a quick review of the words, and then we're going to do a different type of exercise than what we did on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we had kind of just some pictures to identify. We're going to try a different style of exercise for this version of the video, part 2. So first, we got to do a quick review, and as I say every time, I know I'm a broken record, but as I say every time, repeating the words out loud is not only going to help our pronunciation, but the more times you repeat something, the more times you write something, the more likely you are to actually remember it. So especially as we're learning language, not only do we have to work on our kind of memorization capabilities, but of course pronunciation is also key. So that's why we repeat so much in language, and especially as we have vocabulary, it's the kind of thing you can just say again and again and again and make sure you're pronouncing it correctly and get all the sounds right, and also help your brain to absorb those words. So let's review these words first that we started learning on Wednesday, and then we'll get to our exercise. So, por favor, repiten después de mí. Please repeat after me. Salón. Salón. This is the living room, as we learned on Wednesday. Habitación. Habitación. Dormitorio. Dormitorio. Cuarto. Cuarto. The 3 different words for bedroom. And a couple of these words, habitación and cuarto, are words that kind of can also just mean a room in general. So it's only dormitorio that's specifically really only a bedroom, but habitación and cuarto are also used for bedrooms. Pared. Pared. Wall. Techo. Techo. Ceiling. Escalera. Escalera. Stairs. And as a quick reminder of what I mentioned before, when we have the word escalera, it is singular with no S. So when we say the escalera, it means like that set of stairs. So in English, we have to say the stairs, plural, because we're counting kind of each step. But in Spanish, we're treating it as one unit of steps altogether. So it's la escalera. Okay, next we have sillón, sofá, sillón, sofá. Remember, both of these are masculine words, even though sofá ends with A. Sofá, cama. Sofá, cama. 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 Cama matrimonial. Cama matrimonial. This is for like a full size or a queen size bed. Cama individual. Cama individual. It's a twin bed. Litera. Litera. Bunk bed. Colchón. Colchón. Mattress. Mecedora. Mecedora. Rocking chair. Mesita baja. Mesita baja. Coffee table. Mesita de noche. Mesita de noche. Bedside table. Aparador. Aparador. Biblioteca. Biblioteca. Remember, this can mean either the library, like the entire building, the library, or in this case is a bookcase, is a biblioteca as well. Armario. Armario. Ropero. Ropero. Wardrobe, or like a freestanding closet. Cómoda. Cómoda. Dresser. Perchas. Perchas. Hangers. Chimenea. Chimenea. Fireplace. Lámpara. Lámpara. Lamp. Alfombra. Alfombra. Carpet or rug. Almohada. Almohada. Pillow. Remember that H in the middle is silent, so don't pronounce it. Almohadón. Almohadón. Cojín. Cojín. Funda de almohada. Funda de almohada. Pillowcase. Sábana. Sábana. Sheet. And remember that stress on the A, the first A. So not sabana, but sábana. Next we have colcha. Colcha. Or acolchado. Acolchado. Manta. Manta. Blanket. Cortinas. Cortinas. Curtains. Cuadro. Cuadro. Picture or painting. Espejo. Espejo. Mirror. And a few more. Florero. Florero. Or jarrón. Jarrón. Vase. Reloj. Reloj. Clock. Reloj. Despertador. Reloj. Despertador. Alarm clock. Remember that reloj can mean a clock or a watch, like you wear on your wrist. All right, 3 to go. Revistero. Revistero. Magazine rack. Teléfono. Teléfono. Telephone. Remember that accent in the middle, so not teléfono, but teléfono, with the stress in the middle. And last one, televisión. Televisión. Television. Muy bien. So I know that was a long list of vocab, so you can see now why I wanted to split this up into 2 videos to practice with this kind of grand number of words. And if you're new to this video and you didn't see the Wednesday video, I would definitely recommend, if you want to go back there and get additional practice to repeat these and also do the first exercise, then you're totally welcome to do that and kind of make sure you feel solid before you continue with this video, or you can watch them back to back, or the second one and then the first one, whatever works for you. But it definitely can't hurt you to watch both the videos and get both the practice exercises in, because this is a lot of vocab to remember in one sitting. So let's go to our exercise. And so you're welcome to put your own responses in the comments. I'm going to kind of guide you how I would do the exercise, but it just kind of treat it as a guide. So if you want to do this completely on your own, if you're watching this video after the fact, you're welcome to just take the video at this point and stop it, so you don't hear me kind of influence your answers, and do this for yourself. You can do this independently. So basically what we have here is a list of vocab words that we have just learned, and we have to come up with some verbs that go along with these items. So again, this is a very open kind of creative exercise. So that's why I was welcoming you to, again, pause the video if you want and stop and just fill this out for yourself first, or you can wait to hear my examples and kind of go off of those if you need a little bit of help. So, and in the meantime, if you're watching the video live, feel free to write your own answers in the comments below the video. So, muy bien. So let's get to number one. Número uno, we have sillón or sofá. So this is, if we remember from our vocab list above, sillón or sofá. So sillón is like a couch, or sillón can be like a big armchair, one of those like kind of stuffed armchairs, the sillón. Or sofá. So what do you do at the sillón or sofá? You think about it, when you first get into it, you have to sit down, right? So here's an option of a verb you could put. But again, for each one, there might be more than one answer, which is why you can do this. You can totally do this exercise on your own too. So I'll give you one example. We have the verb sentarse. Sentarse means to sit down or to sit. Okay, número dos, lámpara. Lámpara. So let's see, what can we do with the lámpara? Probably, most likely, the thing we're going to do is turn on the lamp. So we can say encender, to turn on as an electronic thing. Encender la lámpara. Okay, next we have biblioteca. Biblioteca, the bookcase. Let's see, what can we do in the bookcase? Maybe, for example, we can say buscar un libro. Buscar un libro, to look for a book. Buscar un libro. That's an example. Again, these are open, so you can maybe have different answers. Next, we have for televisión. Televisión. So what will we do with the televisión? Mirar. Mirar. Make sure here that you're using the verb mirar with televisión and not the verb ver. We think about, just like in English, we have to watch and to see. And it's the same thing in Spanish, that if we would probably say that we're watching TV in English, right? Not seeing, because seeing would be like kind of like an accident. You're just like, oh, I saw the TV for a second. But when we're watching a program, it's more concentrated. So we're going to use the verb to watch. It's the same thing in Spanish. So ver is for seeing and mirar is for watching. So for televisión, we want to use mirar. Okay, next one for teléfono. Teléfono, phone. What do we do on the phone? Well, in current days, there's a lot of things you can do on your phone, but in the original purpose of the teléfono was to hablar, right? Hablar, to speak. Or maybe we can also use the verb charlar. Charlar means to chat. Okay, so hablar, to speak, charlar, to chat. Okay, next for the espejo. So what action do we do in the espejo, in the mirror? Right, you look at yourself. So we're going to say, we can also use mirar again. This one we can have a little bit of a repeat from televisión, but mirarse means to look at yourself. This is a reflexive verb. So if you need a little bit of help to understand reflexive verbs, if you've never heard this term before and you're like, what is a reflexive verb? I have no idea. Feel free to check out that video. I definitely made a video previously about reflexive verbs, so you can check that out either if you go to the Facebook live page of our website, you can find that video, or if you want to go to our YouTube channel, you can also find that video, or you can find it here on our Facebook. Many places to locate if you want to get a little refresher or get some information about what is a reflexive verb. But just to keep going with the exercise, so I'll put mirarse for espejo. On to número 7 with escaleras, the stairs. What do we usually do with the stairs? We either go up or we go down. So for example, if we're going to go up, it's subir, to go up. If we're going down the stairs, it's bajar. So subir la escalera, bajarla la escalera. Okay, so we have two plausible options. But again, for many of these, you have more than one, maybe even more than two options of what verb you can associate with this item. Okay, número 8, we have perchas, and remember perchas are hangers, right? So we're probably going to hang things on our perchas. And so the verb to hang in Spanish is colgar. Colgar is the verb to hang. So we're gonna hang our clothes on the perchas. Okay, dos más, 2 more to go before we finish. In the armario, remember armario or ropero was our synonym. This is like the wardrobe, okay, or the kind of freestanding closet. So this one, I think we could also very easily use the verb colgar to hang things in the closet, right? Maybe if there's like a drawer in the closet, we can also fold things to go in the closet. We can also use the verb doblar. Doblar would be to fold. This is an example. So we can also use the verb doblar for folding if we're going to fold something and there's like a drawer in our armario. But maybe this is when we would use more for the cómoda, which is the dresser, but potentially for armario as well. Okay, and now on to the last one for the word cuadro. Cuadro, which we saw was like a painting usually, or it can be a photo, but it's basically usually some kind of art that you're going to display on the wall. So this one, we could also use the verb colgar because we're going to hang it on the wall. But we could potentially use some other verbs. Maybe we can have the verb exhibir, like to exhibit. We're going to kind of show off our painting. So there's there's maybe some different options we can use for this one. Also maybe like a verb like to nail something to the wall. So again, there's a lot of options with these, but here are just some examples. So again, as I said at the start of the exercise, I welcome you to press pause on the video before we filled any of this out, and then do it for yourself independently and see what verbs you come up with. And if you want to go to a dictionary to have help, of course you can do that too. But here are just some examples to help your brain to associate the items with an action. And that's another way that you could help as a kind of language learning strategy to help you memorize things. Because maybe if you're using verbs that you know well, if you can use something you know well as a kind of an anchor for something that you're learning fresh, it would help you to associate this new word with something you know well, and then you're more likely to remember it. So that's a whole nother strategy you could take for learning these vocabulary words. There are many different options. You can watch the video and repeat again and again. You could look for flashcards. You could copy the words out. You could do these kind of association exercises. There's many things you can practice describing what's in your house. There's so many ways you can practice with these kind of words, these everyday vocabulary words. So you don't need to wait for a Spanish class to practice. You can practice today. So muy bien, that's all we're going to do today together for this Friday Community Spanish. I'll next see you on Monday at 12 for the first Community Spanish of next week. Gracias y adiós.